What's up everyone, it's Coffee Talk Esports, and today we're going to go over the details of the semifinals matchup we have remaining in the World's 2023 tournament. Before we get started, if you guys enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It'll mean a ton to us as a channel just trying to grow. Anyways, let's get started on each team's history and a preview of every matchup. Advancing from the quarterfinals to the semifinals, we now have just 4 teams left on the world stage out of the initial 22 qualifiers. Among the 9 regions these teams hailed from, only 2 regions still have representation. The LCK's contestant T1 and 3 LPL teams, Weibo Gaming, BLG, and JDG. To be candid, it's not much of a shock, as these 2 regions are consistently the strongest contenders in international events. Taking a closer look at the first semifinal matchup, we have Weibo Gaming facing against Bilibili Gaming, commonly known as BLG. BLG, fresh from their astonishing 3-0 victory against Gen.G during MSI, repeated their success in the World Championship quarterfinals, defeating Gen.G once again, this time with a match score of 3-2. This match was nothing short of incredible, and it appeared as if Gen.G might stage a remarkable comeback after falling behind 0-2, winning Game 3 and 4. However, their hopes were dashed in Game 5 when they squandered a substantial gold lead and lost a critical teamfight. A pivotal moment in this map was when Dorn hesitated to flash out of Jarvan's ultimate, which ultimately cost him his life, allowing BLG to capitalize on the situation. Furthermore, Chovy's performance on Akali was lackluster compared to his outstanding showing in the previous maps. He missed several crucial combos and failed to position himself optimally. It's worth noting that Gen.G secured the number 1 seed following their dominant performance in the LCK summer split. Their success continued in the Swiss stage, where they cruised to a 3-0 record, earning them a spot in the knockout stage. In contrast, BLG, as the 2nd seed in the LPL, didn't shine as brightly during the Swiss stage. They suffered losses to JDG and T1, but managed to defeat KT, Fnatic, and G2, securing their place in the knockout stage. Considering their respective performances in the Swiss stage, many expected Gen.G to comfortably advance to the semifinals. However, BLG's upset victory has raised questions about Chovy's consistency. Will he repel the doubts next year or be haunted by a reputation of choking? Now let's turn our attention to the opponent, Weibo Gaming, as they have been the dark horses of this entire tournament. They entered as the 4th seed from the LPL, and following a loss to G2 in the Swiss stage, many of their fans, predominantly supporters of the Shy, believed that their journey was in jeopardy. But to everyone's astonishment, Weibo Gaming defied the odds and secured a spot in the knockout stage. Weibo Gaming's first opponent in the knockout stage was NRG, the sole North American team to make it this far, and their presence was indeed a surprise. However, Weibo Gaming swiftly dispatched NRG in the quarterfinals with a convincing 3-0 victory, a result that surprised very few. NRG managed to put up the strongest performance in the Western teams, but as often been the case, they couldn't contend with the giants from the LPL and LCK. Both teams find themselves at a critical moment, and winning is imperative if they want to fight for the World Championship. In my view, BLG should place a strong emphasis on their draft strategy, with a particular focus on Jarvan, given Jun's remarkable performances on that champion. Furthermore, they should prioritize getting Bin a carry champion, especially after a standout performance on Rumble against Doran. In the mid lane, Yagao has had some underwhelming laning phases and must step up, especially when facing Jiahu. Lastly, Elk and On need to excel in teamfights if they hope to secure a spot in the finals, potentially setting up a rematch against either JDG or T1. On the Weibo Gaming side, there are several key factors to keep an eye on. Firstly, the Shy has been in remarkable form, consistently delivering strong performances while minimizing his mistakes both in the laning phase and teamfights. This trend needs to continue if they hope to match up against the likes of Bin. As previously mentioned, it's crucial to prevent Vin from gaining advantage on his carry champions like Jax or Renekton. Expect Weibo Gaming to heavily rely on Jiahu during the draft phase, given that their jungler, Weiwei, is versatile and can adapt to various playstyles. Weibo Gaming might consider targeting BLG's weak point, Yagao, in the draft strategy, potentially creating a strong mid-jungle duo. Regardless of the approach, this game promises to be a thrilling contest. If both teams can perform at their peak, it's sure to be a nail-biting match filled with intense teamfights. Moving on to the second matchup in the semifinal stage, we have T1 facing off against JDG. As previously mentioned, JDG has been performing exceptionally well and is considered the favorite to win the World Championship. In the quarterfinals, they had an impressive showing against KT, securing a 3-1 victory. It's worth noting that they were put in a daunting situation in the first match, where they were heavily dominated by KT with a score of 4-15 and were almost 10,000 gold behind. However, JDG rebounded strongly, winning the next 2 games decisively, and in the 4th game, they narrowly clinched victory with a Baron buff cannon minion dealing the final blow after a dramatic fight against KT. T1 did manage to defeat JDG in the semifinals of Worlds last year. However, JDG has returned with a promising roster featuring star players such as Knight and Ruler. Beginning in the top lane, 369 is renowned as one of the best tank players globally. In the jungle, Kanavi, despite a reputation as JDG's potential weak link, is widely regarded as one of the best junglers on the world stage. In the mid lane, we have the international figure Knight. Knight's laning prowess and positioning have contributed to many successful teamfights for JDG, solidifying his status as one of the top mid laners in 2023. JDG's bot lane is a force to be reckoned with, if not the most dominant in the semifinals. With Ruler and Missing forming an unstoppable bot lane combo, all in all, JDG stands as one of the most well-rounded teams in the competition and rightfully deserves the status as a favorite to win the World Championship. When it comes to T1, it's undeniable that they are the fan favorites to claim to the World Championship title. Following T1's defeat at the hands of DRX in 2022, many fans have eagerly anticipated T1's return to the international stage and their quest to secure a spot in the finals with the goal of rightfully taking the World Championship title. T1 has certainly built up considerable momentum, having swept LNG in the quarterfinals with a dominant 3-0 victory. T1 looked incredibly sharp against LNG as they were proactive from start to finish. This matchup with JDG and T1 is going to be an amazing one. As T1 failed to beat them in MSI, this is going to be the revenge story. Can Guma and Kerio put up against arguably the best ADC in the world, Ruler? Can Owner and Faker be proactive, having impact across the map, or will history repeat itself, and will JDG advance to the finals? Some may even call this game the real World Championship game, as they may be the best 2 teams here. Either way, this is going to be a game you guys should for sure not miss out on. Best of luck to every team, and leave your predictions in the comment below. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It'll mean a ton. I'll see you guys next time.